Welcome friends. I am Dr. V.K. Chauhan, homeopathic physician. Revise with me homeopathic remedy Aconite napellus. Its common name is monkshood or wolf bane. We are dealing with part 1 general overview series, and the text is from Allen's keynote, and this is best recommended for BHMS students. The remedy profile is, it is an acute polycrest remedy. The kingdom, it belongs to plant kingdom, and its natural order is Ranunculaceae. Habitat, the plant grows in mountain districts all over the Europe. Preparation, the mother tincture is prepared from the entire plant except the roots, and it is collected during the flowering season. The remedy was proved by Dr. Hahnemann in 1805. The organ tissue affinity or sphere of action of this remedy is mind, central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, cardiovascular system, serous membranes, and mucous membranes. Lateral affinity of this remedy is ambilateral, and the thermal affinity is, it is a warm-blooded remedy. The constitutional characteristics include, the somatic component is, it is best suited to young persons having black hairs and eyes, especially girls of full plethoric habit and who lead to a sedentary life. Persons, dark hair and eyes, rigid muscular fibers. The psychic component is the temperamental part. We find these patients are nervous, excitable, or sanguine temperament. The mental sphere includes great fear and anxiety of mind. With great nervous excitability, patient is afraid to go out, to go into a crowd where there is any excitement or many people, or even to cross the street. The facial expressions are stamped with fear. The life is rendered miserable by fear, and patient is sure that his disease will prove fatal, and he predicts the day he will die. Fear of death during pregnancy is very, very prominent. Mentally, the patient is anxious, worried, and fear accompanies the most trivial element. The causation. The diathesis is acute congestive affections, and exciting cause are elements from, we find that it is indicated in acute cases occurring in young persons which are easily affected by atmospheric changes, exposure to dry cold air, dry north or west winds, or exposure to drafts of cold air while in perspiration. Bad effects of checked perspiration. Music makes her worse. Amenorrhea in plethoric girls, especially after fright. The characteristics of this remedy include, pains are intolerable, they drive him crazy, becomes very restless at night, restlessness and anxiety, does everything in great haste, must change position often, everything startles him. On rising from recumbent position, red face becomes deathly pale. For congestive stage of inflammation, before the localization takes place, fever, has skin hot, dry, face pale and red alternately. Burning thirst, especially for large quantities of cold water. Convulsions of teeth in children. There is a heat, jerks and twitches of single muscle. Cough, croup, which is dry, hoarse and suffocating. We find this relationship in this remedy. It is complementary to coffea in fevers, sleeplessness and intolerance of pain, arnica in traumatism, sulfur in all cases. Please note, this remedy is rarely indicated in fevers which bring out eruptions. Eruptive fevers are like measles, chickenpox. Aconite is the acute of sulfur and both precede and follows it in acute inflammatory conditions. Let us go for miasmatic orientation of this remedy. We have certain miasmatic markers. Acute diseases point to psoric flare, and above feature points to Aconite napellus is a predominant psoric miasmatic remedy. Posology. We will find doses first to third potency in congestive conditions and inflammatory fevers. Sixth potency for neuralgias. 12th and 30th when there is nervous excitement and fear of death. Repetition, it must be repeated frequently in acute conditions. Duration of action is 6 to 48 hours. The clinical, the applied aspect of this remedy is, it is useful in mental spheres where you will find acute panic attack, agoraphobia and thanatophobia. And physically you will find acute congestive stage of following like apoplexy, Bell's palsy, acute tonsillitis, acute laryngitis, acute pleurisy, acute otalgia, acute arthralgia and acute cephalgia. Likewise, we find it much more important in cases of acute pneumonia, convulsions, croup, cough, diarrhea, dysentery, fever, postural hypotension or postural syncope, toothache, angina pectoris, pancreatitis, appendicitis, acute myocardial infarction, colic, biliary, renal and intestinal. Thank you friends for patient listening.